じゃあ、皆さん、こんばんは。本日を、参加していただいて、誠にありがとうございます。今日はオランダの、ドンカソールは、えっと、うーんイキガイのカードゲームに関して、発表、させていただきます。あの、ポールは、テンカンパニーという会社で、オランダで、あの、コーチとして働きます。私は、あ1年前ぐらい、ポールと連絡して、彼は、生きがいゲームっていうゲームを作って、私は、すごく面白いと思いました。から、連絡しました。まあ、皆さんはゲーム好きでしょだから、あの、ゲームによって生きがいを見つかることができたら面白いと思いました。で、それで、もう何回も連絡して相談して、で、数ヶ月前、生きがいゲームを、日本で販売始まりました。で、来月からもう日本語バージョンが紹介したいと思います。で、今日は、ポイはちょっと生きがいの、えー簡単な単純な説明いただきたいと思います。OK、じゃあ、ポールさんに渡したいと思います。Okay, Paul. So I'm really glad that you have the time tonight, or it's morning in Europe. So yeah, looking forward to hear a little bit more about Ikigai and the Ikigai game which you developed.
Okay, well, thank you, Stefan. And good evening, everybody. Yeah, from Europe. I am in the Netherlands right now. That's where we live. And thank you for joining us because I know that most of you have had a long day in the office and it's already, I think, 7 o'clock in Tokyo. So thanks for making a bit of time to join Stefan and myself to have a little bit of an introduction about Ikigai, an Ikigai card game that we have developed. I will share with you a couple of ideas and lessons learned, so things that I have gone through in the course of my career. I will talk a little bit about Ikigai and about Ikigai card game, and I will talk a little bit about our visit to Tokyo. So we will do a couple of events next Saturday next week and Tuesday the 9th of April. But I will get back to that at the end of my sorry, my short presentation. So yeah, let's start. I will share my screen with you so you can follow my conversation. I asked Stefan to interrupt me if it's not clear or he wants to do a short translation in Japanese, and you can just shout to me, Stefan, or you can perhaps raise your hand or whatever, but just let me know if you want to make a short summary or a short translation.
Okay, great. I will do my best.
Okay, but everybody in the group understands in English, I think, that we have here tonight. So let me share my
Yes.
screen with you. Yeah, I see here somebody say yeah.
Great.
Good. Um, if I think you see my screen right now, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So my name is Paul Dunkers. I turned 50 last week, so my age is 50,
Oh,
and yeah, and
yeah.
and I run a company that is called Ten Company. And the funny thing is, last week our company was 10 years old. So last week our company was 10. It's
And
called 10, and I turned 50.
oh, so it's a double birthday. So congratulations.
It was a big week for us. So that was interesting. And I tell you this story because I will also tell you a few things about my own professional life, where I am right now, and try to share a bit of learnings. But for you, it's important to know that in my first 15 years, I was working for a large company, a multinational company, a global company. And in the last 10 years, I am an independent entrepreneur. So both experiences have also, I think, shaped me in the way I look at things, the way I approach things today. And I want to share a couple of learnings about that. So I think the bigger idea is, I think, something we call how to become the master of your own destiny. So how can you navigate through your professional life, but perhaps also in your private life, and feel that you're more in control of the direction you are going. So the whole idea that we are trying to reach more people is to give them tools and ideas and pragmatic tools to be more what we call the master of your own destiny. And then IKIGAI card game is a piece of the puzzle, is a part of this process. But it's important that you know that the bigger idea is to become more the master of your own destiny. I just continue, Stefan, if you do not interrupt.
Hi.
Okay. Okay. So one of the aspects we believe is important to, when you are in your professional life, when you are in your career, is to first know how other people look at you. And sometimes we say perception is reality. I don't know if this is something that is also used in Japanese, but it's often a saying that is used in the English language. And what basically it means that you have a good understanding of, one, yourself. So what are the things I get emotional satisfaction from? What are the things that drain my energy away? What do I like to do? What do I not like to do? But that's just one piece of the puzzle. The other aspect you need is to have a deep understanding of how people view you. And sometimes there's a big difference between how you think you come across to other people and how other people see you. That's why we put up a mirror over there. So sometimes you can even think that you're green, while other people see you as very red. And this is, of course, just an example. But if you want to grow in your professional life, a crucial building block is to have a deep understanding of how other people around you look at you. And one of the tools or one of the techniques that you can use is, for instance, ask for feedback for the people around you. And so you can ask actively to your coworkers or to your colleagues, how do you see me? Or if you had an event or you did something, and you can ask afterwards, what was your impression, or how did that come across? Do you have any ideas on how I can improve, or what should I stop, or what should I do more of, or what should I start doing? And those are very pragmatic tools that you can use to increase your personal effectiveness in your professional life. So that's more the outside, of course. And then there's a tool, I don't know if this is much used in Japan, but in the more the Anglo-Saxon world is used a lot. It's called a 360-degree assessment. Is that known in Japan also, Stefan?
Yes.
Okay. So I will keep it very short then, but the 360-degree assessment is basically a survey where you ask your boss or your bosses, you ask your peers, so on the same level as yourself. If you are a manager, you ask some direct reports, or sometimes even clients or customers, and you ask them, how do you see me behaving in my daily role or in my daily leadership role? And it can really help you. And this is the way we are in a scheme. If you look at it, this can really help you to fill in what we call some blind spots. So things you are not aware of, but what others see very clearly. So that's a very important building block, I think. If you think about becoming more the master of your own destiny, a very important step is to know how others look at you.
Can I just quickly
Absolutely.
the slide before?
Back?
Yes. このスライドの説明。 まあ自分の現実を自分の思うと、相手の思うは、大体違いますね。例えば、こういう、私は赤リンゴみたいだと思うけど、多分相手は、そうじゃない、緑のリンゴ、みたいな方という思いを持っています。で、だからそういうようなフィードバック、そのような視点を、たくさんの人が聞いたら、もっと自分はどんなような方に、どのような方だとわかるようになります。だからそういうようなフィードバック、例えば360度のフィードバックとかが必要ですね。まあ、ここに書いてありますね。現実と、パセプションですね。相手の見方ですね。はい。Okay. You can go on.
Okay. Why is it not going to? Here. Okay. So the point I wanted to make here with you is that I think something like inertia, and this is something we borrow from physics, but it's more that you continue doing what you are doing. And what we wanted to also warn you for is that time goes fast, also during your professional life. And I think what I have seen with myself, but also with people around me, is one of the biggest pitfalls, I think, is inertia. And that means that you continue doing what you have been doing before. Like I said, it's coming from physics, but it's also a force that is often happening to the careers of people. And there's a big risk that you continue doing what you were doing for a long time, and sometimes for too long, because what we see around us is that the world is changing faster and faster. That's a bit of a cliche, of course, but the world is changing faster and faster. But the need to reinvent yourself or to time your own changes is becoming more and more important. And sometimes it's very difficult to see it for yourself. So I just wanted to show you this picture of a hamster that is running around in a loop. And that's why I think you need to be aware of the effect of inertia, but you also need people around you to be your sounding board and to give you advice, feedback. And sometimes I see here in the West, but perhaps it's everywhere, that often men but do not ask enough for feedback, or they don't use the power of people around them to give them advice and ideas and to help them also fight this power of inertia. So this is a really important slide that I also wanted to share with you. And I think that there's in your professional career there are times when it's over, or you can become too loyal, or you can be too enduring. You can try some things for too long, and that's when it's time to change.
Hmm.
You want to say something, Stefan?
Okay, so you mean that you run in the wrong direction because
it's more that you continue for too long. The risk is that you continue on the same path for too long. So you need to make sure that that you need the eyes from other people to know that sometimes it's time to go find another job, or to do something new. Like for instance, like you and I were discussing yesterday, when you have your own company, sometimes it's also important to add a new service or add a new product. And when we are doing consulting with companies, we call it do better, do new. And sometimes you can also look at this on your own career. Some things you can do better all the time, like we see with the hamster, but also sometimes you have to do something new to make progress.
OK。そうだね。いつも同じことをやったら、もう、そうですね。 まあ、そうですね。時々、変更した方がいいです。例えば、新しい仕事、新しいタスク、新しい役割探した方がいいです。いつも、同じことやったら、あの、ちょっとそのハムスターのように、いつも進んで、あまりうまく進むことができない。だから時々変更が必要です。で、そのためにいろんな視点、いろんなフィードバックが必要ですね。OK。
I will speed up a little bit because otherwise I don't want to spend too much time today for everybody. So I will speed up a little bit because I want to also share my 10 learnings at the end. And I think those are interesting also to share.
OK. Sure.
So I will speed up a little bit, Stefan. Perhaps
Yep.
you want to. So I will skip this and I will talk about it when I am in Tokyo. So here is to IKIGAI card game. And we learned about IKIGAI through actually the 5 blue zones. It's research done by National Geographic. And there are 5 places in the world where people get older in a more healthy and more vital way than in other places. And one of those places is the people from the island of Okinawa in Japan. And I think it's more in the northern part of the island of Okinawa. People here get older in a more vital way, and this inspired us to continue to dive a bit deeper and to do a bit of research. So we found out that people there use a concept perhaps that's the wrong word, but they use a life philosophy that is called Ikigai. And we have translated Ikigai into 3 building blocks, which we find very helpful. The first building block is you love it, so knowing yourself, things you like to do, things you get energy from, things that drain your energy away. The second building blocks are things that you are very good at or you can become very good at. And the third building block, and this is also one I like very much, is you also look at the outside world. So can I make a living with it? Will it make perhaps the planet a little bit of a better place? Is there a need for it in the market? And if you find answers to those 3 areas, this will help you making a huge step towards finding your Ikigai. And that is more like a very tangible and pragmatic way to navigate through your professional career. So based on this concept, we have developed questions, and last Friday, I can show it to you here, we received the Japanese version of Ikigai card game. So I will show it to you, but we have already, we have it in English and in Dutch, of course, but now we also have it available in Japanese. And that means that, as you can see, it's a series of questions, a card deck, and for every building block, so you love it, you're good at it, and reality check, we have developed a series of very targeted and very sometimes provocative questions that can help you go through the process of finding your Ikigai. And this can help you really as a compass to decide where you want to go. And then I wanted to, I have to skip this one, I think, because it will take me too much time. But this is the essence here is that you need a dashboard to help you navigate. So once you have found your Ikigai, you need like a dashboard, how am I doing against my plan? And this is the next step in developing a kind of a dashboard, a plan for yourself, once you have decided where you want to go with your next step. I will skip this. I will spend a little bit of time on my 10 lessons, and then I will have some time for questions and answers. But I am only 50, so I hope to get very old, but and to work for a very long time. But my 10 lessons I want to share with you is perhaps the first one is know yourself. That's perhaps also the you love it block from Ikigai. And perhaps it sounds simple, but we work with a lot of people who do not really have a rich or deep understanding of what gives them really and true satisfaction. So if you can do an assessment or a personality questionnaire or talk to friends or really try to get a deep understanding of the things that you really like to do, because especially in an aging economy like in Japan, probably all of us have to work much longer, and you can only continue to do that if you really like what you're doing. If you don't like what you're doing, it will also burn you out, or you have big risks also for your health. So this is really, really, really important. Then second, breakthrough inertia. I talked about it. Second is bad habits. So I see things if you don't know how other people look at you. So get an understanding of your blind spots that can help you address your bad habits. Keep going to school, keep developing yourself, and I really appreciate that you are joining us here tonight, Stefan and myself. So keep learning for life. It's more and more important. Perhaps it's a cliche, but keep spending your money and your time really on educating yourself, sometimes in completely different areas that will give you a lot of inspiration. If you are a manager, find a good balance between a people style and a results-oriented style. If you go only for results, you will alienate people from you. That's a big risk. If you only are too nice for people all the time, you will not get a lot of things done. So you need to find a personal balance there. Work with a roadmap, the thing I showed you earlier. You will get the slides from Stefan afterwards. Invest your time. Often what I see, and that's also a reflection for myself, oftentimes we stay too much on the surface. If you really want to make changes, you also have to be prepared to spend time, to spend hours and good quality, especially in these days where social media and there's so much distraction all the time. Invest good quality time in developing yourself. 7, I talked about it a lot tonight. Have people around you who give you direct feedback, who are not too nice for you, but really tell you what they think, and this will really help you. Organize something like monitoring yourself. Of course, we have a lot of apps these days, or Apple Watches, or whatever. Those are also kind of monitoring machines. You also have to do something like this for yourself, for your career. A little bit like the format I showed you on the previous slide. 9 is also personal reflection, but be prepared to take a little bit of risk, because if you want to go through life and through professional life without any risk, I can tell you, you will not come very far. All of us will be presented, I think, with opportunities during our careers, but the art is also to see the opportunity, but also at some point also to be really prepared to take a bit of a risk. And the 10th, it's a bit more philosophical, but of course you will be never there. You need a target, I think, but you also have to be realistic that the circumstances can change. But if you have a target, still you need to find ways also to enjoy every day, and every day is in a way a gift. So that's also, I think, one of my personal lessons, but keep enjoying what you are doing, and that will also help you find the energy and find the joy throughout your professional life. So there's always this balance between having a target, but also enjoying the journey. Back to you, Stefan.
Okay, great. Thank you.
This is the last one. And I am Dutch, so you see a bicycle here.
Yes.
And it speaks for itself, I think. So this is the plan, but one thing for sure, that things will not go as you planned. It will be different, but if you have a plan, or if you have a flag at the end, a goal, this will really help you make the right choices along the journey.
That's true. I can totally agree.
Okay.
So maybe shall we listen to some questions?
Yeah, perhaps. Well, let me finish.
Okay.
Yeah, perhaps. So we will be in Tokyo, Stefan and myself and Winnie. We will do Saturday the 6th, I think, of April in Tokyo. We will go more in depth. I will present to you the Japanese card game in detail. We will have an opportunity to play with it. We have an opportunity to say hello and to meet in person. Of course, we will bring a number of games, so you can purchase IKIGAI card game if you want to over there. We have time to discuss, and then these are the dates. This is also some data. My email address. I love getting emails, so send me an email if you want. Social media. Links to new works and to our company. On our company is also a library with videos, columns, etc. So if you want to get more inspiration or want to also go more in depth, please go there. And that's it, Stefan. So back to you.
Yes, thank you very much. Very interesting. 質問がありますか？質問、コメント。
I will give you the. Let me. No, wait. I will give you the screen so you can go. I think you have control.
It's okay.
Okay.
何か聞きたいことがありますか？チャットでも、コードでもいいですよ。山さん、山田さん、久美子、何かがありますか？
もしもし。
もしもし。はい。
ありがとうございました。面白い。Hi, Paul. Thank you for the interesting presentations. Actually, I don't have the questions of this today's topics, but unfortunately, I can't go your workshop in the April. So, do you have another plan to the come to Japan? I want to really join that.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
So if you have another plan to come to Japan, so I will join the workshop.
I hope so.
そう、ステファンさん、お願いします。
はい。
足りないから。ありがとうございます。
Maybe next year for the cherry blossom also.
Okay.
Thank you. ありがとうございます。We will try. 頑張ります。Yeah, I mean, if it's a success, then why not doing it again in autumn or next year in cherry blossom time?
Yeah. So if you have any, I don't know if some of you are coming to meet with us next week, it would be great. And if you have any other people who are interested, I think we have still a few places left for Tuesday, I think, Stefan.
Yep.
So it would be good if we have a full group. And also, if you're not able to join us, you're of course welcome to go to the website or to go to Stefan's website. And I think we will have them in Japan next week, the Japanese version. So we set one, I think.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah. And thank you to the team in Tokyo who have helped us with the translation.
Oh, yes, I'm also very thankful. They're really great, put a great work in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I think there are no more questions. 質問がなさそうですね。Okay, then I would say let's finish for today. And we're looking forward to next week.
Absolutely.
来週に楽しみにしていきます。じゃあ皆さん、本日ありがとうございます。じゃあまた、またよろしくお願いします。
バイバイ。